Okay, this video is for Ronit, and your question is: you're a right-footed winger, right-footed player playing on the right wing, but you haven't developed the practice of You want to learn how to shoot better with your left foot. So there's a lot of ways that you can attack this problem. I'm actually going to recommend that you do something in a circuit in a way that's going to seem like it doesn't make sense, but I'll show you how it leads up to solving this problem. So there's a phrase that goes, a house is only as tall as its base. So what I want to recommend is you lay down the foundational groundwork that's going to help you improve not only just your shooting, but your overall game as a player. So the most powerful thing that can change your life is changing to going from a vertical breather to a horizontal breather. So if you just Google search Dr. Vranich, V-R-A-N-I-C-H, right? Dr. Vranich, her TED Talk, How to Breathe. This is something that you could do with no tools at all, and you could practice it wherever you're, right? Immediately after this. That's the one thing that'll completely change your life, right? I've been playing soccer for 27 years, and it's only in the past 6 months have I really appreciated, right? Watch this video, and it's completely changed, right? Because if you change the way you breathe, you'll use less energy to recover. It translates into a calmness. It translates into being more focused. So for that reason, breathing is the thing that's gonna counterintuitively lead to improving your shooting, right? Because improving shooting is super easy, right? We're gonna lay down that groundwork, but I want to give you this deeper foundation of breathing that's going to change your life. So that's step one. Check out Dr. Vranich, V-R-A-N-I-C-H, Dr. Vranich, How to Breathe. That's step one. Step two is something that's it's super simple. Just the idea of a warm-up and cool down, right? Because if you get injured, right, then you have a different set of problems. You want to make sure you're warming up and cooling down. It's such a simple practice that a lot of people don't really appreciate because they appreciate it after it's too late. You know, they step on the field and the first thing they're doing, they're pinging balls on goal, no warm-up, right? I've seen between, 5 players in my lifetime do an ACL, do an ankle, and it all led from not warming up properly. So, right, it's just simple idea: warm up, cool down, right? Devote 5 minutes when you're practicing a proper warm up and cool down. Super important. Okay, so those are 2 fundamental things. The third thing that is going to lay down more groundwork for shooting properly is actually not using the ball at all. We're going to develop a foundation. You can come here, Dan, show us. What I want you to show them any pattern. This is what my brother's teaching you. It's a simple rope, right? It's called an RMT rope, pioneered by David Weck, right? David Weck, he invented the Bosu ball. He's got things called propulsors. But all he's doing is, look, there's a weight transfer, and he's swinging a rope. This rope costs less than $10. You could buy it online. You could make it yourself, right? You want to have it 1 foot longer than you are tall. So if you're 5 feet tall, you want a 6 foot rope. If you're 6 foot tall, you want a 7 foot rope. You get the idea. And the whole idea is that you start to learn different movement patterns that encourage low impact training, that it's going to make you more explosive. It's going to make you more coordinated. It's going to make, right? It's a cheap tool. I bring this everywhere I go. You could do it when you're walking. You could do it for a warm up. It's lightweight, it's portable. It's the best training tool that every single soccer player isn't using to date. To date, no one's using this. So, right, these simple patterns start to become more and more complex, but they just train you in a way that I can't put into words. You have to feel the power of the rope to appreciate it. And the way this helps you become a better shooter is that it improves your one-legged balance. So when you go to strike a ball, it improves juggling, your ability to start popping that knee up. It's a low-impact exercise to just train ball striking without the ball. So for that reason, it's like you turn every minute of your day into a potential way to improve soccer and improve your shooting. So it may not look like it, but if you Google search RMT rope, that's gonna search RMT, search figure eight, David Weck, WECK, right? Thank you, sir, for that. So that's another way. So we have three foundational ideas that I want you to start to adapt immediately. First is breathing. Second is proper warm up and cool down. Third is rope flow. That's your foundation for your house to develop this concept. So now let's get into how do we take shooting to the next level. So I've been playing soccer for the past 27 years, but the thing I didn't develop was a personal routine, a personal practice routine, right? I went to training, I spent hours going to training, hours going to games, right? 10,000 hours I spent traveling to and from games, but I didn't really think about what a personal routine looks like for Andrew and how that can develop, right? The things you do every day are super important, right? One of the most important things that you can develop is habits. Habits are the most important thing because they're so subtle but powerful, right? So what I want you to start thinking about is developing shooting habits, right? So shooting habits, some things that you could start to utilize are, one, bring a tennis ball with you everywhere you go. So now your world becomes your oyster, right? It's not that you go somewhere for soccer training, it's you take soccer training with you, right? You bring a tennis ball everywhere you go, you're getting touches everywhere, it becomes your habit. So that's why it's like the person who trains more, has in more volume, has more mistakes, and now you're improving your more mistakes means you're going to learn from your mistakes in theory, so you're just going to get better naturally, right? So it took 27 years for me to realize, like, oh, it might be a good idea to bring a tennis ball with me everywhere I go, right? I'm 10 times the player I am out of college. 10 times the player I'm out of college. I'm 10 years out of college, and I'm 10 times the player I was out of college. And right, it's not about how many touches you get. It's not about how long you can keep the ball up for. It's the idea of perpetual practice. You're always getting better no matter where you are. Vacation, grocery store, right? Dribble a tennis ball at the grocery store, on a walk in the morning, right? Bring it to work, right? There are a bunch of ways that you can be training perpetually that are going to make you a better player. So that's the fourth idea. Bring a tennis ball with you everywhere you go. The fourth one, super simple. This is a skills kick trainer. It's $24 on Amazon. $24 on Amazon. Same thing as a tennis ball. You bring it everywhere you go, and you just have fun kicking it, right? That's all it is. You can make it yourself. You get a size 1 or a size 2 ball, and you're just rhythmically getting touches. Now you're breathing, getting into your awareness. And the beauty is that it's easy to fail because there is no failure, right? If you have a miss, if you hit the ball poorly, it's not like you're gonna have to go chase it. There's no frustration. There's no barrier to entry. It's cheap, right? You can engineer this for close to $10 for rope and a ball and some duct tape. That's all you need, right? So this is one thing that I recommend all the players I train. And if you want to work that left foot, well, let's start working that left foot. Striking it. Inside, laces, outside, laces, right? Nice and easy, right? You gotta get comfortable with your left, right? Work that left, right? Have more touches, right? Strike the ball more times than you did yesterday. And with that equation, right, it's just a matter of time before you're not really thinking of, it's not okay, how am I getting better? It just becomes a part of your identity where you're doing left-footed juggling and you're doing both feet. So soon you're just going to transition, going from not striking a ball with the left to making it so that your left just you're not even going to think about it. You're just going to develop a left-footed foundation to where it's a low-effort way to train, right? Look at me. Just in the past minute, I've gotten how many touches, right? So skills kick trainer from Amazon. Make this a part of your daily training routine. So that's another way. I got a buddy. He's one of the best players I know. He told me, he says, Andrew, buy a 2.2 heavy ball, 2.2 ball from Reactor Champion barbell, right? Reactor Champion barbell, 2.2 pound heavy ball, and juggle with it. This is a heavy ball. It's going to help you develop power. When you contrast this with a tennis ball, that's going to help you develop precision. When you're juggling both balls, spending time juggling, alternating, you're going to sharpen your touch. That makes you more dangerous on the field, right? So the concept is change the surface and the weights of the balls that you're juggling to improve your touch, your first touch on the field, right? And improving your shooting comes from improving juggling, right? Even if you tap the ball into the goal, you could call that a shot. So whether it's a tennis ball, whether it's a heavy ball, basketball, just spend more time juggling the ball, develop a Zen mindset of relaxation when you're juggling, and that's going to help that left foot develop. Nice and easy. Right foot, left foot, right foot, left foot. You drop it, okay, no big deal. Pop it up. Right foot, left foot, right foot, left foot. Nice and easy. Then this drops, then you bust out the tennis ball. Right, tennis ball, left foot, right foot. Right, so it's a perpetual. I want you to juggle every single day until you literally can't juggle anymore. So that's my challenge to you. After you watch this video, can you spend 1 minute a day juggling to improve this goal of yours? So if you're serious about it, that's something that you'll consider. Right, it's just like flossing. The way to start flossing, you start with one tooth, and then once you're already doing one tooth, right, one tooth turns into two, turns into a habit, turns into now you're someone who flosses. Same with juggling. Start juggling for 1 minute a day. 1 minute turns to 2 to 4 to now it's just part of your daily routine, juggling, and soon you're going to find that striking a ball with power is no big deal, right? Your left foot's going to become excellent. The last thing, and I don't want to overwhelm you, but since we're talking about it, something that's super important for striking the ball is no spin juggling. Learning this technique of no spin juggling helped me score many goals, because when you learn how to strike a ball with no spin, it becomes what's the word? It becomes a reflex. So instead of thinking about it, this is just how you're going to naturally strike a ball. And the way you do no spin juggling is making it so that your foot contacts the ball at the same time that you're juggling it, right? So you want the ball to either go forward spin or no spin, right? You see that? That's forward spin, right? So you won't be able to master it in the beginning, but nice and easy. Kick, catch, kick, catch, kick, catch, kick, catch. Nice and easy. Build a habit, right? So I know I've thrown a lot at you, but you don't have to do any of these, right? But think about all the suggestions, choose one, and see if you could start to incorporate that into your lifestyle, and see, right? You may not agree with some of my suggestions, but you might agree with one. So try it and see how it feels, or see if it makes sense to you, or you think you could execute it. Give it a try, or let me know. You say, Andrew, I don't like all 5 of your ideas, and come back with more. Just let me know if any of these resonate with you. Reach out with any questions, and thank you if you made it this far. All right.
You good?
Yeah.
She's just chewing on